So you've been trying to lose weight and maybe you've dropped a few pounds, but now you're stuck at a plateau and you're wondering, how in the world do I get through this? In just a moment, I'm going to give you an amazing strategy, which is probably a little different than what you've heard before. It's time for your mentoring appointment, my friend. Let's get started. So just about everyone hits some form of plateau during their weight loss journey. For me, it was when I hit 215 pounds. I started 2019 at over 250 pounds, and I went gung-ho into my brand new exercise and fitness regime. I mean, I really hit it hard, and I dropped over 30 pounds my very first month. Unfortunately, about 6 weeks into my journey, I reached 215 pounds, and for whatever reason, I kept smacking up against that same number. And day after day after day, I was hitting the right number of calories, I was doing all my exercises, I was doing everything seemingly right, and yet that number didn't want to budge. This is extremely frustrating, right? Now, are there a number of reasons why this could happen? Of course. It could be that you hit the ground running too fast and that your metabolism took a hit, therefore causing you to hit a plateau that way. It could be that you simply need a cheat day or a refeed day in order to spike your metabolism again and get your leptin levels going again. Or it could be something much deeper. After I hit 215 pounds for the 10th day in a row, and finally getting sick and tired of banging my head against the wall, I decided to do something a little hokey. I decided to do something that one of my mentors taught me, which is write a letter to my body. Eric, that sounds ridiculous. You're suggesting we actually write our bodies a letter. And here's the reason why. Subconsciously, you know exactly what you need and exactly why you're hitting that plateau. It's simply a matter of uncovering what's going on. And so I literally got out a piece of paper and I wrote, "Dear body, we need to talk. What is the deal? How come we've been hitting this plateau for so long, and what the heck can we do about it? Love, Eric." This is what you need to do. Start a letter and actually address it, "Dear body," and write down whatever comes to your mind. You could write down frustrations you might have. You could write down questions. You might say, how come we haven't been dropping below this weight, and what do we need to do to get to this weight? Whatever it is that you want to write, you write. You then take a short break and you come back and write a letter back to yourself. For me, it was, "Dear Eric, this is your body." And you write down whatever comes to your mind. Don't worry if it doesn't seem to make sense, because it probably won't. But this is the way to tap into your subconscious mind. Remember, subconsciously, you already know exactly what you need in order to reach your ideal weight the fastest and break through any plateaus you may hit. As soon as I did this letter, I realized that I had been holding on to a major fear. I thought back to the last time that I had been under 215 pounds, and I realized that the last time I had actually been homeless. I had lost practically everything, and my wife and kids had to go and live with her parents for an entire summer, while I stayed up here looking for a house and trying to figure things out. Subconsciously, I believed that if my weight dropped under 215 again, I would lose everything and then some. And so, as a protection mechanism, my body was holding on to the extra body fat. Once I identified the root cause of what was going on with the plateau, I was able to do some emotional release work. In this case, I did an exercise called the Fear to Funny technique. If you want to learn more about that technique, simply click on this link to go to another video which I did, which will teach you how to overcome any type of fear that you may have. Once I broke free of that fear, the next day, the plateau was broken. And I've done this literally every time I've hit a plateau. Anytime I've hit a plateau, I simply write a letter to my body and say, "Dear body, what's going on? How come we haven't broken through this plateau?" I take a break and I come back and write a letter back to myself. "Dear Eric, this is what's going on. This is what you need to do. Now go and do it." I go and do it, and literally every time I've done this, the next day the plateau was broken. Eric, that just seems so hokey. I mean, how could that possibly work? I mean, you've got to be just a fluke, right? If I was the only person doing this, and if I was the only person that this worked for, I might say that I was just a hokey fluke. But thankfully, I've taught this technique to people around the world. And I can't tell you how many messages I've received from people all around the world that has used this hokey technique in order to break through plateaus. And now it's your turn. Anytime you hit a plateau, grab someone to write with and write yourself a letter. Take a quick break, come back in a moment, and write a response letter to yourself, writing down anything that comes to your mind. Then go do it. Do not disregard something if it doesn't seem to make sense. Once you do it, you may be surprised just how quickly your body overcomes plateaus. Now, it could be that the plateau is simply physical. It could be that you simply need to change up the amount of calories that you're consuming. Could mean that you need to change up the macronutrient breakdown that you're consuming. It could mean that a hormone is suddenly out of balance and you need to do something to fix it to break through that plateau. The mistake that a lot of people make is simply playing the guessing game. They spend sometimes months or even years trying to guess which approach is going to work for them, thus keeping them above their ideal weight for way too long. Thankfully, there is a way to remove all the guesswork out of it for you, and that's through a metabolism and weight reduction assessment. This is a way to meet with a practitioner either in person or via video conference chat and find out exactly what your body needs to break through a plateau and reach your ideal body weight the fastest, safest, and most importantly, most enjoyable way possible. This is a way to take all of that guessing work out of the equation, finding out specifically what you can do in order to get there as quickly as you possibly can. Now, this is a service that our company charges normally $500 for. And believe me, it is worth absolutely every penny because most people end up spending a lot more than that trying the guessing game. And if they don't end up releasing that extra weight, they end up spending much, much more than that on medical bills later on in their life. We have a contest where we're giving away 5 free metabolism and weight reduction assessments to people just like you who have subscribed to this channel. If you want to enter to win one of these metabolism assessments at no charge, start by subscribing to the channel and then send me an email to Eric, which is ERIC, at feelwelllivewell.com with the subject heading Weight Reduction Assessment, and let me know why you want to be considered for one of the assessments. Let me know some of the things that you've tried in the past. Let me know how long you've hit a plateau, and let me know why you want to be considered. As I mentioned, 5 lucky people will be the winners and recipients of metabolism assessments at absolutely no charge. Now, as you can imagine, these will probably go fast. It doesn't matter when you see this, send me an email, ERIC at feelwelllivewell.com, and let me know why you want to be considered for one of these assessments. But act now. Also, make sure to join our Facebook group. Go on Facebook right away and look up Enjoy Yourself Thin and join a community of people just like you that are transforming themselves once and for all in the absolute most enjoyable way possible.